Okay, here's my biggest takeaway from Beast. This is a new Indian action film that's basically Die Hard in a shopping mall. It's even Christmas, but with it being in a mall, I can see the fast food banners in the background for products that we don't have here. And now I really want to try the Taco from KFC. Which looks suspiciously like the naked chicken taco from Taco Bell, only I imagine with KFC spices instead. In Beast, Thalapathy Vijay plays a raw agent who is the best in his field. You can tell he's the type of hero who looks down at his phone, then the intense music starts playing like boom 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 boom. Then he looks right at the camera for pause for trailer lines like I am on it. And on it he is. Our hero is able to just walk right into the middle of a hostage situation where the terrorists are like, huh? Who are you? He's the man who chops off their arms with machetes, straps grenades to them and throws them in the air where they explode, and then stab a man with his own gun and fire 20 bullets into him just in case. It only makes sense that eventually there would be collateral damage. Yeah, it hits familiar points for a movie like this. He accidentally kills a kid with a rocket launcher, so he gets out of the spy business and starts working for a security firm. That part of it makes it feel less like Die Hard and more like something like Sudden Death. Don't worry though, they still fit dancing into the story. He's so messed up from killing the kid that he sees a therapist, and the therapist says to him, you can't come in tomorrow, but I want you to be my guest at a wedding I'm going to. There will be lots of chicks there. Boom! We've got a musical number. They still manage to work the plot in too. Like when Vijay sees a guy playing with his own kid, then he kicks the guy's ass and is like, what? What if the guy slipped and hurt the kid? This doesn't affect his love interest, who's like, you're interesting and handsome. All of this could be cut because this romance barely factors into anything later on. I know it sounds like I'm on board for this movie, especially when the shopping mall is taken over by Santa suit wearing terrorists and a leader in what seems to be a Walter White mask. But unfortunately, this thing is a total mixed bag. The action works. You've got car chases where he slams people into stores, drives the car into the elevator which goes to the 4th floor where he drives off the balcony and onto the 3rd floor. You've got Vijay rollerblading over people's faces and slitting a lot of throats and stabbing through skulls. And he is a good lead. Sometimes he's so stoic that I couldn't tell if he was bored or not. But he looks cool when doing some of this stuff, and the music likes him, like when he grabs an axe and the music is chanting meaner, stronger, leaner as he chops a man's head off. Which of course goes through the window and lands in the parking lot right in front of the cops, where the chief is like, see, I told you he's the best. He's a beast! What really sinks this is the comedy. Oh my god, the movie is filled with all of these supporting characters who are all trying to out-obnoxious each other. It's like we're in a Die Hard clone, but with comedy straight out of a terrible shopping mall comedy for children. Paul Blart was more subtle than this. If they aren't screaming their terrible jokes at the top of their lungs, they're stuffing sandwiches in their mouth, mugging for the camera left and right, or doing some juvenile pratfalls. Hell, the hostages don't even seem that scared, because they're doing shtick like annoyingly chewing gum into the microphone, or breaking the fourth wall by saying, I came to the mall to watch a movie. Are they doing their own movie in front of us? Some of it goes on forever, where there's this who's on first type routine involving Redbox that doesn't end. The only funny part is when one of them is so annoying, they just straight up get shot in the head. It does take away from the suspense of the situation, but really, it's not the only thing that does that. Given how the movie introduces its character, it's hard to believe he couldn't just take out this entire group of mall terrorists in about 5 minutes, especially when he's so strong he can just stand in a hallway with a dozen bad guys shooting at him and no one hits him. Overall, I'll give the movie a C, with Rise, Roar, Revolt still in theaters and being so far the best movie I've seen this year. See that instead. There's no reason to go out to the theaters to see this. The action is there, some of it is cool, even when it gets random, like turning into Top Gun for 20 minutes. But the script needed a lot of extra work, and the comedy isn't just unfunny, but in a 2.5-hour movie, it is draining and wildly overstays its welcome. Now head on over to our Patreon, where you can check out Cinema Snob episodes that can't be released yet due to copyright, like Beaster Day and April Fool's Day. Plus, the episode on Thunder Warrior 2 is there as well. It's supposed to be released next Monday, but also has a copyright on it, so we'll see if that gets cleared in time. Check them all out over at patreon.com/thecinemasnob, and we'll see you next time.